way drugs in general in this country operate, it's just so confusing because when you get to the pharma side, it seems every few months we hear of another prescription drug, prices hiked up thousands of %. Remember we talked about Turing Pharmaceuticals' former CEO, increased the price of a drug by over 5,000%. Everyone's been reading about EpiPen raising the price of their life-saving treatment. Well, another drug's price has been on the rise. This one's alarming. To be honest with you, I was not aware of how much this price had gone up, but calcium EDTA used to cost $18.57 per milliliter in 2008. By 2014, per milliliter, it was $1,346.37. What is that? That is a 7,250% price hike. Now this can be a life-saving treatment as well, used in heavy metal poisonings, lead poisonings.
So-called chelating agent that takes that heavy metal out of your system.
So this treatment, and this is where things get really hairy for me, this treatment will cost you in Canada about $15 a day, in the US, $5,000 a day.
Why is this happening? Because they can. Yeah. They can do whatever they want. That's where we also need government intervention. This should not go on. I mean, they have somebody that has some sort of chronic heavy metal poisoning. You have them right where you want them. They will pay anything because it potentially could kill them.
I read Children's Hospital in Oakland could not afford the $25,000 to have this in stock. This needs to be in stock in every hospital in the world, the World Health Organization, and these drug companies. And the crazy thing is this price was stable for years, and then the ownership changed and it jumped up. So it's not like they had to spend millions of dollars developing a new drug and doing research. This is the same drug.
It's been around a long time.
This is completely unacceptable. And again, this is where government needs to step in and legislate more. These companies, I understand, you know, they need money to do research, but not 7,000% more money.
Well,
it's just not okay.
You know, it's an interesting day and time because there are life-saving treatments out there, and if there aren't a ton of great alternatives, we really do live in a day and a time where the company can charge pretty much whatever they want. It is unheard of in any other market for any other type of good.
This is not acceptable. I mean, even if it's rare, it's very rarely used, but I can tell you, if that drug company executive who jacked up the price, if it was his kid in the ER that had acute lead poisoning and Oakland Hospital could not afford to have it and save his child's life, I think he would go back to the boardroom and reconsider. So I think these drug executives, they need to think like this.
Well, it's certainly, you know, this is one more story where you're not surprised that the U.S. has the highest per capita healthcare costs without always the best outcomes, and a lot of it has to do with things like this. I'll just call them, quite frankly, it's silly that the price went up by that much.